Isn't it pretty interesting how nobody ever taught us the energy of money and how the energy of money actually works? Like in school, we learned about math, we learned about geography, we learned about all these different topics, but what about money? Nobody ever shared with us, hey, here's how money works. This is the system that we currently use in society, and I'm going to share with you how that system works. Has anybody ever done that? Has anybody ever sat down and shared with you how money works? Because I know that until I got my mentor, I didn't really understand how money works. I didn't understand the actual energy of money and how money works to create money in your life. Not hoping, but understanding the energy of money so deeply that you don't have to worry about your finances because you understand the energy and the system that's used in this society. So I'm going to share with you in this video how the energy of money really works and the secret to success and wealth that nobody ever teaches us. Like I didn't really know how this worked until my mentor sat down and taught this to me, which is so simple. And I think it's silly that we don't learn this in school. I don't think it's normal that we don't have, a subject in school teaching us, hey, here's the energy of money and here's how it works and here's how you can make money and start a business. You don't have to go to school if you don't need to. If you want to go to school, that's beautiful, but you can make money doing your own thing. You can do that, but people don't understand how it works. So if you're new to this channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation to see if you're a good fit for the coaching program. So understand that money is just service. Okay, it's not about how much money can I make. It's about how many people can I serve, right? How many people can you serve doing something that you love? Now, of course, you got to do something you love or else you're not going to enjoy the process. But how can you serve the world powerfully? Serve the world, give a service to somebody, right? That's money. Instead of thinking about how much money can I make, you got to start thinking, how many people can I serve? Selflessly serve the world, right? Check out my video, 10 things the universe wants you to know right now. I'll put it up right there. You got to understand that part of making money is about serving the world selflessly. Okay, serving the world in a powerful way where you get yourself out of the equation. You stop focusing on yourself. Now, the paradox is you got to focus on yourself first before you can serve the world. But then once you fill up your cup, once you learn to ground yourself in this reality, once you learn how to raise your consciousness, raise your vibration, now it's about serving the world in a powerful way. Now, every single person can do service in many different ways, right? You could be a musician. You could be a comedian. You could be a content creator like me, right? You could be a coach like me. You could be doing some kind of art. But the truth is that to make money requires a service and production of energy. Rather than being a consumer, you want to be a producer. You want to give people value, right? That is what value is service. Now, how does this connect to my channel? How does this connect to raising your vibration? Because the truth is that the more that you raise your vibration, okay, and this is where it's going to get really interesting, where you may have never heard somebody explain this to you in this way. When you raise your vibration, when you become more connected to the present moment, when you connect to who you are beyond the conditioning of the mind, you automatically provide more value to the world just being who you are, because that is the currency in this planet right now. The currency is attention, right? And the more that you become more selfless and you raise your state of consciousness, automatically you will be in alignment to provide more value for the world. Because when you raise your consciousness, what starts happening? You start letting go of old jobs, old relationships that don't serve you. You learn to heal yourself. And then you automatically align yourself with what you love to do, right? Your passion. And then that automatically inherently connects to giving people value, right? Because the more energy you put out into the world, you get that energy back, right? It's impossible not to create success when you understand what I'm sharing with you right now in this video. Okay, because the more that you start to align yourself with who you are beyond the ego, essentially what starts happening is you just make more money as a result because you start aligning yourself with your passion. You start giving people more value just inherently as a result of raising your consciousness. Because when you raise your consciousness, what's going to start happening is you're going to start following your passion. You're going to start giving people more value because your passion is value, right? Your value doesn't depend on what you do. It depends on who you are. And who you are will shift into what you do, right? That is the difference. Now, when you start to do this, you automatically start making more money. Like for me personally in my life, when I started to become more selfless, I started to follow that intuition that the present moment guides me to, right? I started to record videos daily because I love doing it. Now, if I provide enough value to the world, recording videos, being who I am, it's literally impossible not to get money back. That's why I'm making more finances as I record more videos, right? I put more energy out into the world, I start making money back. Now, of course, there's a delay in this process, but if you align yourself, you will make money, right? I'm seeing it happen in my life right now, right? My finances are increasing and I don't have so much of an emotional attachment to money because I understand that if I put enough energy out into the world, then that comes back in the form of money because money is just energy. Okay, what you put out into the world will come back to you in the form of money. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The higher a level of consciousness that you have, the more value you can provide to the world and the more energy you're able to put out because your vibration is higher. Because now you're producing from an abundance frequency. When you produce from lack, you can't give people as much value because you are lacking. Do you see where I'm going with this? If you produce content but you're in a vibration of lack, that's still valuable, but it's not as valuable. See, this is what you call a heart-based business. Okay, this is a high consciousness business. You can still give people value not knowing consciousness, right? That's the essence of business, is you give value, you get something in return. But to connect this with spirituality is to realize that the higher level of consciousness you are on, the more value you can bring to the world because you're now at the abundance of life. You're in the flow of life. You're in alignment with the natural energy of the universe, doing what it is that your soul really wants to do, not what society told you should be doing. Now, what I find interesting is that every single soul, every single person has a calling, has a vision, but this vision has been suppressed by society and nobody follows their vision, not realizing that you can easily make money and also change the world doing it. Right? So it's not about like being this person who's like, oh, money's bad, like money's not spiritual, you know, selling stuff isn't good, Francis. Like, I don't feel comfortable selling. Well, are you comfortable with changing the world? Well, then you should start selling. Start selling your services. Start selling your products. Because when you start selling, you give more value, you change the world more. Right? That's why I created my course. That's why I coach people one-on-one. And I openly do that. I openly, you know, do these things. And I don't have this emotional attachment around money that most people do. Now, when I started this journey, it wasn't like that. You know, I was afraid to invest in my coach. I was afraid to step up into this new version. But slowly, as I step into my energy and I step into my power, right, I step into my core vibration, what I'm realizing is that the energy of money is very, very simple. Okay, at least from the perspective that I'm offering you right now. When you raise your consciousness, when you raise your awareness, you give more value to the world because you're running at the abundance frequency. Automatically, you will align with something that allows you to create more money because you are giving people value. Okay, how many people can you serve should be the question. Now, it doesn't matter what you do. Maybe you're thinking, Francis, I don't know my life purpose, right? I don't know what I want to do. I don't know my passion. I don't know how to give people value. You see, I don't know how to do what you're doing. I don't know how to record videos daily. So you don't have to do that. What you got to do is raise your vibration, focus on stepping into a higher conscious state in the present moment, find what puts you in the state of flow where you're so involved in the process of creation that you don't care about the result because you love what you're doing and you are in love with the process. How do you do that? Start meditating. Start a daily meditation habit. Okay, check out my awareness shifting course. What you got to realize is that the more that you step into that essence and that vibration, you will just inherently start to give people more value because you're doing what you love, right? Now that's the key right there. When you start to step into that frequency of abundance, you just focus on yourself. You focus on feeling good. You're saying to yourself, okay, I don't care about the money right now. In this moment, I'm just going to focus on raising my consciousness and feeling good. Now what happens? You start to do your passion, you start to feel better. And then an opportunity comes to you where you realize you can make more money doing that. Understand that you following your passion is giving people value. Okay, because your passion puts you in a state of oneness. Your passion puts you into the flow state. Your passion puts you into a state of connection to the whole. Now that passion will allow you to make more money and release the resistance to money because you're in the flow state. And then guess what? Money comes to you anyways because you are in alignment with what you love to do. Now, once again, does it matter what you decide to do? Absolutely not. What matters is the energy behind what you do and how conscious you are with what you do and the value that you provide with what you do. But you could be a comedian, you could be an artist, you could be a Reiki healer, you could be, a coach. You could be anything. Your soul has a unique journey and a unique thing that is meant for you, and you want to follow that. Don't try and do what somebody else wants. Don't do what society wants. Don't do what the external, influences wants for you. Do what your soul wants to do. Francis, I don't know what my soul wants to do. Learn meditation. Learn how to connect deeper to the present moment. Focus on raising your awareness and consciousness, and then all that comes naturally because when you're in that state, you learn what you want. Like when I learned meditation, when I started meditating every single day for 4 years, I focused on raising my vibration just to raise my vibration because I was looking for inner peace. Not because I wanted to be a millionaire, not because I wanted money, not because I wanted a successful coaching business. I didn't even know that I wanted to be a coach at that time. I had no idea that I wanted to be a full-time YouTuber and a full-time coach. I had no idea. I didn't know I wanted to be a life coach. I didn't know that. What I knew is that I want to feel good. I want to find inner peace. I'm just sharing with you my journey and how it worked out for me so you can replicate that process. I was just focused on inner peace. I was focused on raising my vibration. And then somehow I realized I don't like what I do in school, right? I trusted the process. I stayed practical and I made sure, I didn't end up on the streets or anything like that, but I jumped into the uncertainty of life. I trusted the process, right? I trusted the process. And then I followed that intuition and that flow state. Of course, being practical, making sure don't go on the streets, don't go out here trusting the universe and then you end up on the streets. Like, don't do that. But make sure you're not too realistic and too practical where you're not following your dream because you're just scared, because you feel fear. Don't do that. Now, what happened was I dropped out of school and I trusted the process, and then I realized I wanted to be a coach. Then I realized I wanted to be a full-time YouTuber because I realized that when I record videos, I tap into this state of oneness and I tap into this state of flow that I can only tap into when I do this, in this moment now. In the future, it might be something else. Maybe I'll do public speaking. Maybe I'll do live events one day. Maybe I'll do some kind of other art. But right now, in this present moment, right now, because the present moment is the only moment that exists, what my soul wants to do and what puts me in a high vibration state is recording videos. Now, inherently, I love what I do. And inherently, because of that, I give people value. And then guess what? I get money back for that, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. I love money. I love making money. I love abundance. And it doesn't make me any less spiritual. But the difference is that you make the primary focus inner peace. Now, I know for some of you, you might be thinking, well, money's not spiritual, right? Money's not spiritual. Let me ask you this. Is it spiritual to be lacking in life? Any kind of lack whatsoever, including finances? Because from my perspective, spirituality is supposed to make your life better, to live in abundance. Part of abundance is making money, right? It's a false belief that money is not spiritual. It's not true. It's not true at all. Money is very spiritual. In fact, if you want to get to the highest levels of growth in your consciousness, you need to have your survival needs taken care of, right? You can't become enlightened if you can't pay the bills, right? And that's what you're thinking. You're thinking, Francis, well, I get what you're saying, but I can't follow my passion. I got to pay the bills. Well, raise your vibration, raise your consciousness, as I've said a couple times now. And what you'll find is that you'll naturally start to be able to pay the bills more, because you're now more open to opportunities to help you make more money, because you're in abundance. You're at the frequency of abundance, right? That is the core of manifestation. That's how you really manifest more money. That's how you really get the 24-hour manifestations. It's being so in alignment with your true self that you selflessly serve the world, and you end up making money as a result of that. Look at Eckhart Tolle. The man's a millionaire. He is a millionaire teaching people how to be present to the moment. Now, also keep in mind, he was sitting at a park bench in inner peace and bliss for like 10 years, making no money. You see what I'm saying? He focused on consciousness and awareness, obviously not intentionally, because he naturally had enlightenment experience, but you don't have to wait for that. You can intentionally step into abundance, not waiting for the universe to put you into the such a high level of suffering that you have an awakening experience like Eckhart Tolle, but you can intentionally replicate the energy, focus on the inner peace, and then the money will come as a result, because you are in alignment with your true self beyond the limited conditioned ego. Okay, that's the key right there. When you focus on raising your vibration, when you focus on inner peace, when you focus on consciousness, when you focus on awareness, you align yourself with love and light, you will make more money. It's impossible not to make more money. Now, honestly, you have the choice. You can just not make money and think that it's not spiritual, and then go meditate in a cave for 20, 30 years. Honestly, that might be your path. Maybe you don't need to make money. But if you wanted to, you'd be at such a high vibration, that monk meditating could easily go into society and make millions of dollars. You've seen it happen over and over again. People meditate for years, they escape society, they come back, and they make a lot of money because they understand the energy of money, which is a high vibration state. That is the energy of money. The energy of money is consciousness. That's the truth. I just gave you the truth. You want to make more money? Raise your consciousness, raise your vibration, align with your true self, and then money will come. Maybe not immediately, but you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because you just want to raise your vibration, and then the money comes anyway. That's how it works for relationships or success or anything. Don't do this because you want money. Don't think, okay, I'm raising my vibration to finally manifest that relationship. I'm going to raise my vibration to finally manifest the money. I'm going to raise my vibration to finally manifest everything, right? Raise your vibration just to raise your vibration, because that's what you're after anyways. What you're really after is not money, but the inner peace that money would give you, but that inner peace exists within you already. Now, I'm not saying don't go after money. I'm not saying don't go after success. In fact, if you have a desire to create success, I would fully own that, and I don't think that makes you any less spiritual for having these desires. In fact, we came on this planet to fulfill our soul's desires, but in a detached way. And the only way you're going to get those desires is if you detach yourself from them. How do you do this? Focus on raising your vibration first. Okay, that's the energy of money. That's the energy of money. Raise your vibration, follow your passion, give people value. Value equals money. You give somebody value, you get money as a result. When you put energy out into the world, when you produce, rather than be a consumer, when you're a producer, when you're a creator, you get money back. Most people aren't taking advantage of social media, right? Most people aren't taking advantage of their gifts. You definitely have a gift. Okay, every single person has a gift. But maybe you're so good at that, you just think, oh, I can't make money with that. Absolutely you can. But when you raise your vibration, you'll see your value inherently. That your value doesn't come from that passion. Your value doesn't come from this, from that, from anything outside of you. Your value comes from you being who you are. That's the truth of value. Value does not depend on what you do or anything on the outside or even your body. It depends on who you are. Now, who are you? You are pure consciousness having a human experience, and the consciousness of who you are is what the value is. That's the value. Now, when you align yourself with who you are, you end up having more passions, you end up giving people more value, and then you make money as a result. Take me as an example. I quit school 6 months ago. Now I'm doing what I love and I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life doing exactly what I love. Is that a coincidence? Absolutely not, because there's no such thing as a coincidence, and everything happens in divine timing. And to tap into that energy of money means to raise your consciousness, follow your passion, give people value, align yourself with the truth of who you are, and you will be in alignment with the energy of money because you're at the energy of abundance in a high frequency state. So if you're new to this channel, if you're a new subscriber, I have a free guided meditation that I offer to every single person. If you want to try that, it's totally free. You can hit the link that's in the description box of this video. I'll also leave it as a comment in this video. This meditation is specifically designed to connect you deeper to the present moment and put you in the energy of abundance, which will also put you into alignment with the energy of money as well, inherently. That's all I have for you today. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.